Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the junior varsity matchup between the CCSI Eagles on the near side in the green, the Slippery Rock Panthers on the far side in the blue. Last time the Slippery Rock Panthers had a match was September 13th, last Tuesday. It's been 6 days since this team has touched the court and did not go junior varsity's way against the Southridge Patriots. The first game went 25-21 in favor of Southridge, and the second game went 12-25 in favor of Southridge as well. Maybe they'll be able to change the fate of the Stars, maybe they won't. Who's to say? But time itself, it's 75 degrees outside. If it was 25 degrees, we'd be in danger. But if it's 75 degrees outside Fahrenheit, 71 degrees inside, and it's about 73% humidity, so it's a little bit wet outside. Scattered showers, scattered thunderstorms, and, well, it's just Pennsylvania weather. We're here in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania for a good volleyball matchup. Junior varsity first, followed by varsity in the aftermath. But it's the first time these two teams have seen each other for quite some time. Slippery Rock ended their season last season against the CCSI Eagles, if I remember correctly. CCSI doing the same with Slippery Rock at their home stand for their varsity night. And so, look for a little grudge match. Slippery Rock taking that series away, if I remember correctly. I might not. Let me know. But, referee Lou, once again, in the referee stand for this matchup, Izzy Filson, the far side line judge. Jacob Good, line judging the near side. Head coach of the Slippery Rock Panthers, making sure to mop up a little bit of a wet spot on that far side spiking lane for the Slippery Rock side of the court. After COVID, one thing I do not miss at all is switching sides between every game. And so, Slippery Rock will always be on that far side, and the Eagles will always be on this near side. Players, a little bit more of a mixed reaction whenever I talk to them about it. Some of them say they like switching sides. That way, if one side has the advantage, it's more evenly played as they switch each set. But, I don't know. Whenever I played basketball, for like 2 years I played basketball, I always liked setting my stuff down in one spot, not having to worry about it. But volleyball players, you know, they got their own system. And so I'll let sleeping dogs lie where they may, and we'll move on into the sunset here this afternoon. Referee Lou making sure everyone's in their rotation spots here in the junior varsity matchup. It's a best of 3 series. First team to claim 2 victories walks away with a W and all the bragging rights entailed with it. And the loser gets a pat on the back and a handshake and a walk home. I think CCSI won the coin toss. They'll get to serve it up first. We do not have a ball in sight. Izzy Filson has it on the far side, and it looks like Slippery Rock will be elected to serve it up first and foremost. Nora with a nice service into the back corner, kept alive there by Corey to the setter, and that one's dumped off by Elizabeth Hostetter. Good touch up. Elizabeth with a nice diving play back to the Panthers side. First touch there by Lulu on the front, and that finalizer there by number 10, Evie McNamara. Evie, back center. Lulu with a bump to the back line. That one's finished off there by Sophie Nave, and she scores. And that's the first strike onto the tally board. Slippery Rock Panthers finding themselves in the lead here early on. Nora McNamara with the service. Good underhanded service there by number 8 in the blue. Corey Elizabeth down the near side. That one's bumped up and across there by Rose. And Rose Leitner finds herself a point for the CCSI Eagles, and we're all tied up at 1 apiece. Elizabeth, just deafening silence. I blame the crowd on that one. Nobody was making a peep, and I think the nerves really got to her on that one. I felt the nerves myself. I didn't want to break that silence. 2-1, Panthers lead. After that one, here's Eleanor Filson with a nice underhanded service. Goes up, hits the antenna, and is deemed out of bounds before the duck even hit the water. 2-2. Eagles, number 9, Rose Leitner here with a service. Good serve. Almost able to get that one up and over. Just not quite there, though. A lot of young players out there on the court. I recognize number 11 there on that front right. McKenna Forbes from last season. Do not recognize Elizabeth nor Rose from the CCSI side. Lulu Hendricks, youngest player on the Slippery Rock side, dimes that one down and across. That's her first completed service of the season, and she's excited about it. Lulu Hendricks, only a 3rd grader back there and sporting the number 7 in the royal blue. Getting another one up, not quite able to make that one over. And that first one was a beauty. Let me tell you what, 7 serves into it. We got a 4-3 game. Slippery Rock right now in the lead by 1. Here's McKenna Forbes, number 11. Played a few varsity serves last season, if I remember correctly. Mira Toth, the first touch, not quite able to get that one back to the setter. Regardless, it's 4-4. McKenna looking to do it again. Good underhanded service, and that one goes out for a service ace. Eleanor Philson the closest to it. Not quite able to come back with that one. CCSI Eagles with the lead now. It's 5-4. McKenna with a nice service. Goes off Mira. Eleanor catches it, and that one comes back to the CCSI serve. 6-4. Now the score. McKenna Forbes with another one. Good underhanded service off the near side. Hits inbounds, and that's another point to the service efforts of McKenna. My goodness, what a spot. A lot of the stuff off the near side we can't really see because of the referee stand. That one was clear as day, even from my perspective. 4-7, Eagles lead. McKenna Forbes with another great service going off near with the first. Completes that one back to the Eagles side. Bump down the near side. Ava Allen there with a nice setup, and across goes off Eleanor. Off Sophie. That's a backline attack there by Nora. Good return there. Ava Allen finds a gap in the defense. Takes that one for all it's worth. 8-4. And McKenna Forbes with another one. Good service up and across. Eleanor gets it up, and that one's completed by Sophie Ney for the point. No carry called. I thought it was close. The referee Lou says otherwise. 5-8. Now the score. 3 points the gap in favor of the CCSI Eagles. Evie McNamara going to be taking this one up for a ride. And a ride it was. That was close to the ceiling. Goes clear of it. And that one lands in bounds on that back right. Panthers now only down by 2. Evie, number 10, sporting the royal blue. Going to chalk that one up and over. Clear the ceiling, comes back down. That one goes off the back line. Elizabeth Hostetter, and that one will be sent back to the Panthers service for the little bit of talent on the back line. Evie trimming the nose hairs of the ceiling on these services, but they're working. They're working well, 7-8. And that's a beamer. That one went off the tip of the knuckles instead of the palm of the fist. I know that one very well. Here's Corey Leitner. With a nice service off the left side, goes off Mira. Evie keeping that one alive, sent back over to the Eagles side. Not able to get that one over the netting. Elizabeth Hostetter on that front side. That one just falls short of the twine. 8-9. Panthers one closer to tying this one back up. Panthers 8, Eagles 9. Second youngest player on the Panthers side, Mira Toth, the 4th grader. Sends it up and just shy of the net. That leads back to 2. A lot of young players on the Slippery Rock side. A lot of young players on the Eagles side. Very promising futures from both sides, both teams, both franchises. And a great service there by Ava Allen. And that's another service ace of the Eagles account. 11-8. Eagles feeling pretty good about it. Ava with a beautiful service going off Evie back over to the green side. Ava from the back line finds Hostetter on the front. Elizabeth able to cross that one across the crease. Elizabeth up. Kept alive off the netting, and that one's finished off there by number 22, Corey Leitner. But that one's not able to send it up and across without a stamp. And so now we got 9-11 on the board. Panthers down by 2. Here's Sophie Nave, number 9. To serve this one up. Good right-handed service. Ava from the back line. Finding its way off. I believe that was the right bicep, maybe the left bicep of number 3, Miranda McFetters. Panthers now only down by 1, 10-11 now the score. Sophie Nave with another great service going down on her knees with a nice return. That's in bounds! My goodness, McKenna Forbes on the far side line. Jacob Good adamant about that one being in bounds, and I trust his judgment more than anybody. 10-12, Panthers down by 2, but they're not out, and they're not going to go down without a fight. Good service there by Miranda. Diving play by Filson on that front line. Goes off Ava. Goes off Elizabeth. And done without a third contestant on whose line is it anyway. 11-12 now the score. Panthers to tie this up with this service. Here's Nora, number 8 in the royal blue. Good underhanded service, just shy of the ceiling. And that one goes down right along that back line. Panthers, Eagles, tied at 12. Here's Nora. Good underhanded service. That one's played back to the front line. Kept alive by Elizabeth. Finalizer by McKenna. Finished off diving play by Sophie. Eleanor to the near side. That one's right-handed up, but not over. Evie wanted all of it and got some of it. And then some of it only counts in horseshoes. 12-13, Eagles in the lead. And here's Elizabeth Hostetter with the service. Not quite able to muscle that one up and across. Understandably so. Epiphany coming onto the court, number 88. Going to be playing in spot of Eleanor Filson, number 25. Epiphany going to be playing that back line, serving it up. Substitutions have been a learning curve here for the junior varsity squads throughout the season, and that's really not a whole lot of an exception there. Epiphany with a nice service, deep, kept alive by Allen. Off the fist of Miranda, into the crowd, making sure that scorekeeper's still alert and ready. 14-13, Panthers in the lead by 1. In the middle of set 1 in this best of 3. Epiphany not liking that first one. Looking to pop and lock it on this secondary. And Keith Eisler, the scoreboard keeper, getting involved in that play, making sure it doesn't hit the sound system. 14-14. Rose Leitner with a nice service. Shallow. Mira with a return fire. And that's just shy of that. Into the netting is the call. Panthers picking up a point there. Panthers not picking up a point there. I misread that call. That's my bad. 14-15. Panthers down by none. It's 15-15 now. Rose wanted to pick that front right side from the Panthers' perspective, front left side from our perspective. I don't blame her at all. There was a gap there, and just didn't quite pan out. Lulu Henricks, here number 7, here with a nice serve up. Over it goes! And that one goes into the netting and is unreturned. Lulu Henricks taking a point, sticking it in the pouch, making it 16-15 now. She'll get the try it again. Good serve, just not quite what she was looking for on that one. She's getting them over. Progress at its finest. Steps are being made, and that's something to be excited about. McKenna Forbes here, number 11. Solid serve, just not quite enough. The wind was crazy. Let me tell you what, that downdraft really carried that ball down. That was a beautiful service. 17-16. Panthers up by 1. Evie with a good serve, long bomb, and that's out of bounds by a handsome amount. We're tied up like a hog in a rodeo, 17 apiece here in game 1. Here's Corey Leitner. Good service. Diving efforts from Lulu Henricks, not able to walk away with that run. And we got ourselves a 1-point gap now, 18-17. CCSI Eagles leading Slippery Rock. Corey with another shallow one. Nice control by Mira, goes off of Nora, back into the frame. That one set up by Henricks, but Lulu not quite able to get that one past the border. 19-17. Eagles leading by 2. Good service there by Corey, goes off of Lulu, and that one goes down without a second contestant. 6 points away from closing out the game. The Eagles are sitting at 20. I read the scoreboard faster than it was updated. 20-17, Eagles in the lead. Referee Lumick getting a drink of water in the midst of that play. We resume. Good control there by Nora, up but not over. It's dumped off by Sophie, scores! And the Panthers pick themselves up by their bootstraps, and they're back in this one. A game as tight as this. The game isn't over until the last service hits the floor. Mira Toth, number 16, with a good try at the serve. Getting closer. 21-18 now the tallies. Eagles on the top. Ava Allen with a good service off the near side, kept alive there by Epiphany. And Sophie not quite able to get underneath it there for that secondary. Eagles lead by 4, 22-18. Ava Allen with a nice shallow service, and that one will take the victim of Evie back on the defensive side. Panthers will trail by another one. Eagles only 2 away from closing out the game. Nice diving play by Epiphany, goes off of Nora, up and across, goes off Elizabeth, off of Corey, and back to the Panthers side. Sophie, back line, goes off Epiphany, and that one's completed. Elizabeth here with a far side set, and that one's jumped up and across. What a play by Rose in the far front. Good dump off there by Elizabeth. Sophie does the same. Kept alive there off of Corey. Elizabeth, and then to Corey once again to finish it off in 3. We got some volleys going. I like this. Corey, Elizabeth, far side to Rose. Right hand comes up, and and that's just short. And that will be the 4th touch then and there. Panthers surviving. They're still in it. 19 Panthers, 23 Eagles. Here's Sophie Nave, number 9. Serve it up for Slippery Rock. Good service down the near side, kept alive there off of Miranda. Miranda gets another shot at that one, throws it back across just shy of that ceiling. Now it's at the cross, inbounds! What a spot by the Panthers offense. Epiphany picking that corner just like it's an 8-ball in billiards. 20-23. Now the score, Panthers down by 3, and they're looking to change the fate of the Stars here and now with Sophie Nave serving it up. Good serve. Nice diving play by Ava, and that one goes out of bounds off the block, or the body, the pass, some might say. 2's the gap, 21-23, Panthers down. Good service by Nave, goes off Ava. Elizabeth, near side set to Miranda. Miranda not quite ready for that one. That was a shallow set. Timeout by the CCSI Eagles, 23-22, Panthers down by a 1. We'll be right back after the break. Alrighty, both teams out on the court once again here for this first game in this best of 3, 22-23. Now the score. Panthers serving it up is Sophie Nave, number 9, with a solid serve. Shallow trying to pick that corner, not able to make it across the netting. And the Eagles will take up the match point opportunity. One more serve, and this game might be over. Miranda. Well, the booming serve would have been in bounds. Nice control there off Evie. Kept alive by Lulu. Thrown up. Across. And out of bounds is the call from Izzy Filson. And that will do it for game number 1. 25-22. CCSI Eagles. We'll move into game 2 with high spirits. Slippery Rock got a little sobering to do on that far side huddle. We got 3 minutes. We'll be right back when game 2 is ready to rock and ready to go. Alrighty, both teams back on the court, ready to rock, ready to roll. Referee Lou making sure everyone's in their spot. She's completed it. Everyone's in their rotation position. A few substitutions were made for the Slippery Rock side. Morgan Eaton to play that front middle. Elizabeth Heitzen ready to play as the first server. And Elizabeth Nave, number 2, to play that front setting position. And on the near side, we have Beth McFetters there playing that back middle. Mast, Emma Mast, they're playing the front middle. And then on the right side, we have Lenita Gingerich. Nice diving play by Eden. Elizabeth goes up, and Sophie not quite able to make that one across. And so Ava Allen will get another service as they have the first strike on the tally board. They're looking to make it 2. Ava with a good service going off Sophie, kept alive by Elizabeth, and that one barely trickling over top the netting. The spiral was everything there, and we're tied up at 1s. Nora, number 8, with a nice service going off Ava from the back line, kept alive there, off to the near side by Corey Leitner. And that one's finished off by Lenita. Lenita, wild celebration. Some might say she overdid it. Others would say they weren't watching the game. 1-2, CCSI Eagles now in the lead. Great service from Lenita, going off Evie. Elizabeth down to the near side, and Evie getting a little ahead of herself on that one. A little bit too much momentum on the jump pad, and, well, we saw what happened. 3-1, CCSI. Now in the lead. Good service off the near side, leaning a little bit too far right on that one. Lenita having a good stint of 2 points back-to-back from her efforts primarily. Sophie Nave, number 9, going to be serving it up for the girls in blue. Sophie with the shallows. Nice control there by Allen. Going off court. Going off Corey. Nice spike there on the far side by Elizabeth Hostetter. Elizabeth Nave to finish that one off. Allen down the near side. That one's a good right-handed attempt by Emma Mast. Allen's not quite able to get enough to get up and going. 3-3. Panthers Eagles tied up here in game 2. Good serve by Sophie. That one goes off the backline Beth. And that one goes out of bounds. Panthers take the lead for the first time in game 2. 4-3. Sophie Nave, number 9. A good right-handed service up and across. Diving play by Beth, not able to get underneath it in time. Goes over the head of Elizabeth Hostetter as well on that far side. 5-3, Panthers lead. Sophie Nave serves once again. Good serve up and across, kept alive by Allen, goes far side. Nice right-hander there from Hostetter, kept alive by Nora. Elizabeth, near side, right hand from Eaton comes down, or left hand from Eaton comes down with it. A nice control there off the 3 touches. That's number 4 by Hostetter on the front, and that one will be forfeited over to the Panthers side. 6-3, Panthers lead. Here's Sophie, number 9. Great service out the far side, kept alive there by Hostetter, returned to the Panthers paint, kept alive there by Nave on the front line. Right hand comes across from Evie, goes off Hostetter, diving play by Corey, not quite diving, but I feel like that was a dive that she did not want to dive for. 7-3, Panthers lead by 4. Sophie Nave, number 9, with another one. Goes a little willy wonky. And goes off, I think, the thumb on that one. I could be wrong, I could be right, who's to say, but her herself. 7-4, here in the second. Good service by Mast. Eaton with the first, Nave with the second, and then Eaton with a final say on that one. Allen with a nice diving play, almost able to keep that one alive, was Beth with a diving effort. That one comes back out to the Panthers side regardless. 8-4, now the score. Elizabeth Nave, number 2 to serve it. Nice right-handed service. Wanted to trim that one short, but that one went a little too short. 8-5. Corey Leitner with a nice shallow service. Diving play, a little punch to the face. Sophie Nave might be taking out some aggression there on the front line against Evie. That's sarcasm. Don't take that too seriously. 2 points now, the gap. Panthers still in the lead. Leitner with a great service. Eaton here with a near side set from Elizabeth. Or not Elizabeth, that's her sister. Gracie Heizenreiter with a great set off the near side. Eaton just got a little bit too much on that one. 8-7, 1 points the gap. Great serve there by Leitner, going off the hands of Sophie. Heizenreiter with a great dump off. Mast finds his way forward. Hostetter goes off. Gracie back to the green paint. Allen top side. Beth with a punch up and across and ending. Eaton off Gracie, and that one goes down with that point number 3 of contact. They almost dug that one back. My goodness, that would have been magnificent. 16 serves in. Each team has 8. We got another serve here by Corey. Off the right side, Eaton with the first. Heizenreiter with a nice set near side. Eaton here with a nice left-handed attack. Not able to get that one across the netting. And the Eagles will reclaim their lead of 1, 9-8. Good service by Leitner, going off Evie. Back center. Heizenreiter with a near side set. Eaton with a hammer, and she scores. There's a lot of promise in that cannon of a left arm. 9-9. Evie and McNamara. A nice right-handed service. Deep into the corner. Let go out of bounds. The call from Jacob Good, and it will be so. Here's Elizabeth Hostetter with another serve. She's been solid so far in this series of games, and that's another one completed. Good control there by Elizabeth. Gracie throws it up for a softball. Allen throws it over, out of bounds, off the back end by a little bit. 10-10. Here's Morgan Eaton. The nice service going off the face of Mass. She grabs for the chin, and I feel that one. 11-10. Panthers lead. Good service by Eaton. Mass with a nice reception. Goes off Beth from the over the shoulder. Elizabeth throws it back over. Oh, my goodness. I can't. I'm folding. I concede. I'll get it next time. I'm sorry, Gracie. I keep living in the past. Morgan Eaton, number 3. Great service off the near side. Switching up. Beth with a return. Out of bounds. The call agreed upon between referee Lou and Izzy Philson, the far side line judge. Morgan serves up the 13-10 game. Panthers lead by 3. Beautiful left-handed service going off. Hostetter front and center. Good return. Great pass to the setter, might I add. That's out of bounds by a shoe width. 14-10. Panthers throwing another log onto the bonfire. Morgan with a great serve. Kept alive for a moment by Hostetter with a great diving effort. Timeout by the CCSI Eagles. 15 Panthers, 10 for the Eagles. We'll be back after the timeout is over. Alrighty, both teams back out onto the court. Panthers with a 5-point lead, and they need it to force Game 3. Games 1 and 2 go to 25 in a win-by-2 scenario if needed. Game 3 goes to 15. Elizabeth Hostetter the target on that one. Morgan Eaton another point off the service, 16-10. Last game was a 3-point difference. This game, a little bit of a different story. This middle section just growing the gap for Slippery Rock. Last game ended 22-25 for those of you with a late memory. I wouldn't remember if I didn't write it down. Allen off the netting, not quite able to get a hold of that one. Panthers now at 17. Morgan with a great serve. Nice control there by Mass, looking for the setter. Allen not quite able to get underneath it in time. Beth was there to glance at it as well. Panthers now at 18. 8-point difference. Morgan with a good serve off of Mass, and that one is returned underneath the netting. Panthers one more. Closer to hitting that 20-point marker. Eaton looking to do so on the set, and she will do so right off the service. Hostetter diving for that one. Morgan with a good serve. Down the near side goes off Beth, and that one trickles out of bounds. Panthers now at 21. Eagles at 10. Morgan with a line drive into the netting. And CCSI will be given the opportunity to get back into the game. And here to serve it up is number 8, Beth McFetters, with a nice service off the right side, just out of bounds. Now it'll be brought back to the Panthers paint. Gracie Heitzenreiter, number 30, to serve it up for the girls in blue. 22 Panthers, 11 Eagles. Here late in game 2. Good serve, goes off Beth. A little high and a little mighty on that one. Not quite the forearm she wanted it to hit. Panthers will pick up the point from the unreturned service. 2 away. Panthers at 23 now. Gracie with a far side service into the corner. Goes off Corey. Back to the Panthers side. Eaton finds Nave with a dump off. And she scores. Match point Panthers 24-11 here in game 2. Game 3 is all but inevitable. It's going to come. I ran out of, I don't know how dictionary words work. Phonetics are not my forte. Elizabeth, a nice dump off. Got the live off Lanita, off of Elizabeth Hostetter, and that one goes down short of the netting. 25-11, the final score. Panthers walking away into game 3 with high spirits, and we'll be back whenever that game is ready to go. 25-11, once again, the final score. We'll be right back. Alrighty, both teams back out on the court, ready to rock and roll here in the third game. Last time the Panthers JV went into a third match was against the Mount Carmel Cougars back on September 9th. Game 1 went 25-8 in favor of Slippery Rock, 8-25 the second game in favor of Mount Carmel. Then game 3 came back Slippery Rock's way, 15-10. We'll see if the same happens here or not. It looks like both teams are rolling with the lineups that won them the games. So much will be so. Great serve going off that back line. Miranda, number 3, the final point of contact. Great serve there by number 8, Nora McNamara there in the royal blue. Going to get a chance to do it again. Panthers claiming the first point of the matchup. 1-0. We continue. Playing to 15. Here in game 3, win by 2 if needed. Good control by Allen. Diving play by Hostetter. Finds his way off the side of the arm by Rose Leitner there on that front right. And now it'll be over the shoulder and attempted to cross the netting, but no luck there by Evie on the near side. 1-1. Here's Elizabeth Hostetter with the serve. Sporting the number 5 in the lime green. Good touch by Elizabeth. Goes off. My goodness. We'll pretend it didn't happen. Nice diving play by Eden. Controlled there off the fists of 2 players. And I don't think Nora on that back line really expected that touch to come to be. 2-1, CCSI in the lead. Good control there by Elizabeth. Going off the bump towards Nave on that front line. Not quite able to bop that one up and across. 3-1 now the score. Here's Elizabeth Hostetter with the service, sporting the number 5 in the neon green, lime green, whichever you will. Good touch there by Evie. Top side, Elizabeth Nave into the near side. Now it's sent up, but not across. Hit the top side of the netting and the spiral. Brought it back to the Panthers paint. And the Eagles now at a 4-1 victory stretch lead. They're winning. Good touch by Hostetter. Going off the fist of Evie. Sophie, and then to Elizabeth Nave to try to send that one over the shoulder. Not quite able to get any juice on it. And the lead has grown to 4, 1-5. Eagles lead. Good service there by Hostetter. Heizenreiter with a hand on that one. Goes over the shoulder there by Evie. Applied by Hostetter. Finding its way off the over the shoulder set by, I believe that was Corey on that front line. That final touch was by Rose Leitner. 2-5. Panthers pick up their second match here in Game 3. Sophie Nave, number 9 in the Royal Blue, will be the one to serve it. Good serve off the far side, just not quite able to get it past Border Patrol. 4 points the difference, 6-2. Great serve by Rose. Eaton with a hand on that one. Bumped up by McKenna. Popping across. McKenna trying to get a hand on that one. A little wild off that bounce across the netting. And the gap has closed to 3. Elizabeth Nave, number 2, to serve it up for the Slippery Rock Panthers. Elizabeth with a good service. Ava Allen gets that one over to Corey, and that one sent over to the Panthers side. Elizabeth Nave from the back. Heizenreiter to the top side. Evie there into the back line. That's inbounds. And the Panthers pick up the tally. 4-6. And they're looking to get back into it. Elizabeth Nave with a nice serve. Goes off Ava. Corey, top side to Ava, slaps it into the right side of the court. Eaton there with a nice return. Evie there to final point of contact. And the Eagles pick up point number 7. McKenna Forbes here, number 11. Promising prospect. Good underhanded service, got a little ahead of herself on that one. And that one will be sent over to the Panthers side of the court. 5-7. We're playing to 15. Eagles about halfway there. Good serve by Evie. Took alive off that front line, and that one sent over by Allen. Allen sent up, trying to keep that one alive, to tip it across there. Corey not quite fortunate enough to have the gap she wanted against the netting. Panthers down by 1, 6-7. Beautiful underhanded service. Dropped that one like it was an earthquake. Applied top side. Allen here with a nice right-hander up and across. Goes off Eaton. Heizenreiter top side. Morgan with the left. Sends it over softly and silently into the night. Sings that one to sleep. We got a 7-7 ball game. And that one goes underneath the netting. Good serving streak there by Evie. It has come to an end, as all good things must do. 8-7, 1-point lead there for CCSI. Great service there by Corey. Morgan there with a nice return. Goes off McKenna. Goes off of Elizabeth. And that one is called for the carry on number 3, Miranda McFetters. 8-8. Now the score. Panthers, Eagles tied up here in the third. Morgan Eaton here with a service, sends it into the back corner, and that one goes down without a second contestant. Morgan Eaton once again taking a victim right from the serving corner down that back left. 9-8, Panthers lead. Morgan with a good serve, goes off the fist of, I think that might have been McKenna. That front middle. That's a timeout by the CCSI Eagles. Panthers at 10, Eagles at 8. We'll be back here in the third before you know it. Alrighty, both sides ready to rock, ready to roll once again here in the third period of action. 10-8. Morgan Eaton, a solid serve. Goes off Corey, back to the Panthers side, goes off Nora. Evie from the back line, throws it up, but not over as it hits the antenna at the base of the netting. It is now a 1-point difference once again. Ava Allen, number 38 in green, with a great service. Goes off Sophie. Eaton there with a nice return. Goes off 2 bodies. And a nice try by Corey. Not able to walk away with that one. McKenna the second. Rose the first. Panthers receive the point at the end of the sequence. 11 Panthers, 9 Eagles. Here's Gracie Heizenreiter, number 30. The nice service, deep field goes off McKenna. Now it's sent off the right side, and I might have jinxed her game. I'm sorry. 3 points now the difference. Panthers lead 12-9. Gracie Heisenreiter with another service. Shallow. Very shallow. 3 feet away from the line, I think that one landed. Gracie with another one. 2 points away from closing out the game here in the third. Good control there by Hostetter. Goes off the right hand by Rose Leitner, and a great attack at its finest. Right hand comes up and across there by Nora. Returned by Alec. Returned by Evie. No, Elizabeth Nave gets it back into the fray. Now it's sent up and across, but that's going to be the Eagles' point as Nora, number 8 in the blue, crossed the line after she tried to make her attack. And now the Eagles are down by 3, and they need a service point here and now. Miranda, number 3, might be the one to do so. Panthers match point, 14-10. Cash's curse. Timeout by the CCSI Eagles. We're going to play on. Nora with a good service. Goes off Miranda, kept alive. Bumped up by Hostetter. Now it's finished off by Allen. Good control there by Evie with a return. Goes off Corey. Elizabeth, top side, right hand from McKenna with a nice attack. Goes off Gracie, goes off Elizabeth. Right hand comes up and across from Nora, and that's out of bounds. And the Eagles have a chance, 14-11. And this might be the one to get them back into it. It might be the one to end it. I'm not going to say one way nor the other. Good, nice diving play by Nate. Now it's sent across there by Sophie. Hostetter. Rose, punched up and across there by Corey. Evie finds his way up. Nave off the near side right hand there by Evie. That one will be completed. And a little bit of a miscommunication there in that front line will be all she wrote. Panthers walking away with another 3-game series here in the junior varsity season. 15-11 the final score of game 3. And that will do it here for the junior varsity matchup. They still got to play varsity, but here for us on the Slippery Rock Sports Network, we thank you for tuning in. My name is Gabriel Eisler. Hopefully, we will see you all during the next broadcast.